the New Orleans Saints taking on the Washington Commanders. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Returnable here from the 38. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that.
And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it goes also.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes down to play.
An incomplete pass on second down. And notice things a little...
Pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returning here is Wright.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice burst there as they'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 47 yards on the ground here for Harris. It's a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ray. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
He hit him earlier in this 1st quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first three drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Now it's Wright. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. Touchdown!
Antonio Gibson
With his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
and the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
21-0 our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And down he goes. After a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Olave over the middle.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down in the field. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. This is going to be incomplete.
The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
For that sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb, able to power through. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now we're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Back to throw again. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Points on the board.
2nd and 1. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A bad 3rd down.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this,
the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chase Young, his second sack of the night. Now 3rd down and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Chase Young
bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Taken in at the 22. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Big strides. Look at him go.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and 11.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Touchdown, Washington.
From 19 yards away.
And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting it fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing him.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Sanders' kick is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And a Washington offense heading out. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and 5. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't always see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The
Saints on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. This one taken in by Olave. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
The throw over the middle, taken in. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout.
But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that's another play that's paid. Game overall, it's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there again. 3rd and 20.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Byron Young
Providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Second and 4.
Throwing it to McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 3. The pass caught by Olave. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Back to throw again. It's caught. It's Shenault again. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jamin Davis in there to drop him. And that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable. Quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.